Welcome to the Drayway, and guess what? It's election day! It's election day. There are 0 days left. Today is the day. Have you voted? Have you voted? Come on, you can tell me, have you voted yet? I know I have. So make sure you do get out and vote today. If for some reason you haven't gotten out and voted yet today, get out there and get it done. But yes, today is the day. Today is election day, or what I like to call bubble day, because there's a lot of bubbles that are going to be broken today. There's a lot of people that live in a little bubble and like, oh, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. But see, today something called facts take place. Yes, something crazy called math and facts. And when you combine math and facts together, yeah, you get election results. And the election results are what they are, and they are factual. And that is what's about to happen. But before I get really started into all of this, I want to take a moment to say thank you to 44,000 black women that did a Zoom call and got this all started. I think those women are owed a big thank you. What they did is what they always seem to do. I've been going to elections for many years. Voting is just something that, when you see it take place, it makes you proud to be an American, that we can peacefully all vote and get this done. But what my point really is that over the years, over and over and over again, black women show up and show out every time. Every time. I don't care what election you want to talk about, what election you want to go back to. I can tell you one group that showed up: black women. And for black women to take center stage like they did this time, immediately. I mean, 44,000 black women got together on a Zoom call and went, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. We got to put Harris on our back, and we're going to take you to the finish line. And I think that was the overwhelming energy that got everything started. So I think at some point you just have to sit back and go, thank you. Thank you for everything you did, because I think you guys deserve a lot of the credit. You got the whole synergy started, and we kind of picked up where you guys kind of just went, choom, like you always do. You guys always show up and show out, and here you did it again. But here we are at the Drayway. I'm glad you're here. We have so much to talk about. And before I really get started, I wanted to thank, first of all, black women, but I want to thank not just black women, but women in general, because across the country you are seeing women show up and show out in huge numbers, and you're seeing the emotion of it all. And I understand it. I mean, I get choked up, listening to women even talk about voting and what it meant to them and what it means to them and how much this election means to them. And when you hear that, for some of you guys that haven't voted yet, I have a question for you. Do you have a mother? Do you have a sister? Do you have a daughter? Because if you do, they need your help today. When I say they need your help today, it's time to stick up for them. We all have important women in our lives. And today is the day that you can be a man and step up and help women. Because I don't know if you haven't talked to many women, but I've talked to quite a few. And they're hopeful, but at the same time, a lot of them are just scared. They're just scared because they don't want their rights taken away. And they've read the stories already that, like in Georgia and Texas, where women have lost their lives because they just couldn't get basic medical care. Yeah, and when you talk to these women, They understand the gravity of the situation. As a guy, I can't pretend to. I can try to empathize, but when you look at these women and how they're speaking and how they're looking at you and how their eyes are welling up with tears, now is the time as a man to step up and do the right thing. If not for yourself, for your sister, for your mother, for your daughter, for your girlfriend, for your wife. Do the right thing today and step up and make your voice heard for them, because they're counting on you today. They're counting on you to do the right thing because they want their body autonomy back. They want the rights of their own body between them and their doctors. They want it back. And it's that important. So if you haven't voted yet, when you step into that booth today, think about that. Think about your daughter. Think about your wife or your girlfriend. Think about your sister, your mother. And do the right thing today. And welcome to the Drayway. Yes, this is election day. I'm going to get off my soapbox now and welcome you guys. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, pretty please do that and stay right with us. We got a lot more to talk about. We got a full show today, so let's get started. I wanted to talk about not so much Joe Rogan. I'm just really disappointed in Joe Rogan. You know, I understand he came out for Donald Trump yesterday or something like that, and I think that's a horrific decision. And Elon Musk is just a complete disaster. And what I don't understand is, how can you be so rich and so dumb at the same time? Because what he has done over the last month has just been despicable on every level. And I don't understand how you're Elon Musk and you haven't seen what happened to Rudy Giuliani. You haven't seen what happened to the pillow guy and the fact that he lost everything. All of these people have lost everything attaching themselves to Donald Trump. So what on earth would motivate you to get behind a guy that just anyone around him seems to lose everything? They're just, what is there to gain? And now, I mean, he's going to lose this election. You know, we're going to talk about that in the next segment, but it's no secret. I believe he's going to lose and lose badly. But what do you have to gain, Joe Rogan? What do you have to gain, Elon Musk? Because now, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you're still going to be stained by that. I can't even walk into a room with you two without thinking about that person right there was dumb enough to back Donald Trump. So it's hard to take either one of you seriously anymore at this point. I mean, what's the point of listening to your podcast when you sat there for 3 hours listening to this idiot talk and then you support him? And you listen to him talk complete gibberish for 3 hours and you still backed him. And that's the part I don't understand. Both of you sat down and talked to this man for hours and you both knew what a clown he was, yet you thought it was okay to go ahead and back him for the biggest office in the world. Yeah, you're not, both of you will not be easily forgiven for this. It's not like everyone's just going to go, oh, well, you know, there's Joe Rogan, there's Elon Musk. Yeah, hey, how you doing, guys? It's not going to work that way. You know, you're going to both be forever stained in being Donald Trump supporters because it's just that bad. And especially when he loses the election today and he's in a courtroom in a couple of weeks and a couple of months and for the next year or two, he's in a courtroom getting convicted of crimes. Did you think about that even for a moment? Did you think about, you know, maybe this isn't the best person to support? Because it doesn't seem you did. And I just want you to know it's a really bad choice. And as far as supporting anything Rogan does or anything Musk does, I can tell you right now, I will be supporting neither one of them in any way, shape, fashion, or form. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Am I off base? are you going to continue to support Joe Rogan and Elon Musk? Because I'm done with both of them. I'm done with both of them. But let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I just got to admit I'm done with them both. But let me know in the comments. All right, this is the part where, we've been counting down the election. Some of you have been with me through all 50 days. And here we are. It is election day. And many of you already know that I think Harris is going to win the election. But I want to tell you why I think she's going to win the election. Not just because she's the best candidate, but strategically, I want you to understand she has been flawless. To win the states that you have to win, such as the blue wall, which is Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, you have to have an extensive ground game. And I mean extensive. And she has had literally hundreds of thousands of volunteers going door to door to door to door. And that's going to show up today because there is going to be a huge amount of Democrats voting today. Huge numbers. It's going to be record-breaking numbers in Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. And those record-breaking numbers are going to be Democrats coming out to vote for Harris. And that gets her at 270. And I've always felt that way from the beginning, that she was going to have a really impressive ground game and just be able to out I don't even know what the word, outdo him. I don't even know what how to say it. She was going to outdo him doing the politics of it all, if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, the ground game, the phone calls, hey, let's get a ride. I got, you need a ride. How many do you need a ride? 4? Okay, we'll pick you up at 11 o'clock. That's ground game. And she's been doing a spectacular job of that in Wisconsin, Michigan. And she hasn't just been doing it in Pennsylvania, in those 3 states. Also, same thing in Georgia, same thing in North Carolina. Because if you think she's just depending on those 3 states, she is not. Now, I've been talking about the 7 states. Of course, the 7 swing states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. But I've also added in 3 additional ones. I've added in Florida, Iowa, and Texas. Now, do I think all 3 of those could swing towards Harris? No. But I have to admit, on election day, I truly believe that there's a chance Texas and Iowa could flip today. As a matter of fact, if I had to do a prediction of the big surprise in this election, the big surprise wouldn't be Iowa. The big surprise in this election, if I had to do like in horse racing, you say, hey, I'm going to bet on a long shot. If I was going to put $20 down on a long shot, I can tell you what it would be today. I would put $20 down on Texas. I know, you're saying, Texas? What? Okay, just hear me out. There is a huge percentage of Republicans that are not voting for Donald Trump. There is a huge percentage of women in Texas that have had enough, that want their body autonomies back. So we only lost Texas by a few points. So a few percentage points of Republicans and a few percentage extra points of women going that way. And yeah, I think the dark horse or the long shot today is Texas going blue. And I'm going to watch it all the way to the end, because does she hold up in blue? Does Texas hold up and stay blue? Because it's going to be blue early on with big cities like Dallas and Houston and Austin. It's going to be blue early on. But does it stay blue? I want to know what you think. Does Texas stay blue or turn blue? Let me know in the comments. And that is our Election Day countdown. That is your Election Day prediction. I'm still sticking to my number of 319 for Harris, 219 for Trump. We'll see tomorrow how that holds up. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you have a guess, if you have a number, put it down there. Let me know what it is. And thanks for joining me on the Drayway. I couldn't be happier. Don't forget, new episode tomorrow, wrapping all this up. So check out the Drayway tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, man. Come on. Subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great election day, everybody. We'll see you later.